Hey guys, uh, today I want to talk to you about a dude named, what's his name? Brian Thompson, CEO of United Health Care. A lot of people are saying that they think that he was assassinated by a professional assassin. I did a little bit of investigating on this dude. Here's what I've found. United Healthcare leads all insurance companies in denials of claims at 32%. Last year, they employed, and this dude was the CEO, they employed an AI program to deny claims. And they were taken to court by two gentlemen who have since died. So this dude was not like Mr. Popular. He apparently on the shell casings it said depose, deny, what was it, and defend. It's basically it's the playbook for how insurance companies make money, right? You pay a premium, and if they make money, and when you make a claim, it's their job to deny it. And every claim that you make and they approve is money that they're not making. It's simple formula. So, but his company denies the most. And from what I've seen, let's see, it says that so murdered insurance CEO had deployed an AI to automatically deny benefits for sick people. Just over a year before United Health Care, Brian Thompson was murdered this week in Midtown Manhattan. A lawsuit filed against the insurance giant he helmed revealed just how draconian its claims denying process had become. Last November, the estates of two former UHC patients filed suit in Minnesota alleging that the insurer used an AI algorithm to deny and override claims to elderly patients that had been approved by their doctors. The algorithm in question, known as NH-Predict, allegedly had a 90% error rate. And according to the families of the two deceased men who filed the suit, UHC knew it. Crazy, dude. As that lawsuit made its way through the courts, anger regarding the massive insurer's predilection towards denying claims has only grown, and speculation about the assassin's motives suggests that he may have been among those upset with UHC's coverage. So the dude makes $10.2 million a year. His company leads insurance companies in denying claims. He can't even hire a couple people to be the ones who process claims or deny claims or approve claims. He's got an algorithm that is wrong 90% of the time. So the dude is just trying to cut corners at every cut at any possible place he could make a few extra bucks for his company. He was doing that. And obviously the dude doesn't deserve to die, but as somebody who's suffered a back injury myself and was denied workman's comp back about 13 years ago, I can say that it's absolutely infuriating when you get injured at work and you go to the medical place that they send you to and they ask you questions and you're honest with them. It's like, what physical activities do you do? And you say skateboard, and then you're denied, and you later find out that they consider skateboarding something that, like, I just had an pre-existing injury condition. I'm like, how the fuck would you know what I have? But anyway, so, but I had insurance at that time. I was working in a detox and had to do a bear hug and pulled this dude who had tore up like a armrest off a wheelchair of this older lady and was starting to beat her with it. And so I ripped it out of his hands, did a bear hug, and lifted him up, and then tried to pivot and press him against the wall, and something in my back just like, and it felt like I was electrocuted. Nevertheless, I had a herniated disc. I was able to be seen by my health insurance, but I wasn't, like, it's not like, when you get workman's comp, you get paid, and it's not like your sick days, you're getting paid. I think you even get paid more than your regular salary. But I was denied that, and whatever. I did have insurance, so it's not like I was paying out of pocket, but, and I did not have a back surgery at that time. At that time, I had epidural injections, and so I was getting like a big, long needle, 6-inch needle stuck into my spinal cord every 3 months to pump me full of like hydrocortisone, which is like a steroid. And apparently steroid, it makes the muscles and all that area like not swell. So, which is weird because you think steroids make you, swell up and big, but how steroids fight injuries, it's like the exact opposite. It prevents swelling for whatever reason. But, so, dude was murdered in cold blood, shot in the back, straight bitch move, if you ask me. If somebody, if let's say somebody denied health care on insurance that I was paying for my child, and I snapped, I was going to do that, I certainly wouldn't do it in the back. Like, homeboy would know who was giving it to him. It would be straight up in your face, right? But I would never kill somebody, right? I would never do that. But this dude, had computer programs denying his the people that were paying their monthly premiums, when they were injured and they filed a claim, 32% of the time, they were being denied. And they were being denied by a AI system that's wrong 90% of the time, even when doctors refer them. So doctors are saying, you're injured, this is what's up, and you have AI that's saying, yeah, but it's not our fault, right? So, dude was just not cool, didn't deserve to die, obviously. Nobody does. Well, some people do, but not him. But he certainly he's not a sympathetic figure by any stretch of the imagination. Now, one of the things we keep hearing is that it was a professional hit. People see the silencer and they instantly think like, oh my God, it's a hitman. It's Jason Bourne, or it's, John Wick. But then you see the guy is like, every shot he takes, he's like having to manually clear the spent casings. And when I saw that, I knew exactly what that was. That was just not having his gun tuned for a suppressor, right? So I figured I'd show you this. So this is a non-fixed barrel pistol, right? And how this works, for all the people that are watching this who are not familiar with firearms, I'm going to try to show you what a non-fixed barrel pistol does. Watch how this barrel will dip down and this slide will ride up over it when I do this. So a bullet's fired, right? A bullet exits the barrel at, over 700 miles an hour. Now, it's long gone when the gases build up fast enough and they go like, watch the barrel. See? See that? Now what happens is the gases push it back, it goes back, the barrel, or the shell casing gets kicked out, and it slides forward, right? But if you have I have my pistol, well, it's a pistol caliber. My pistol caliber suppressor is on a H&K SP5 with the Midwest Industries extended 10.3 inch handguard for, like running suppressors, so you don't burn your hands, and so you can kind of conceal your suppressor a little bit. That extra lot of M-lock for attaching stuff to your rifle, couple inches of pick rail up front, mounting a laser, whatever you want to do. But so here's the thing. So when you have a pistol that has a silencer on it, right? First of all, you need a threaded barrel. And the threaded barrel would be threaded on the outside so that you would put this over and it would thread to the inside of the suppressor, right? Now, when you can see that there's some energy that it takes when I do that, but those gases are just enough to do that, right? When I have this thing that's hanging on the end of a barrel, this extra pound, what it's doing is it's pushing, it's wanting to pull this back up, right? And so when I shoot the gun, what happens is it isn't able to get back over because this full pound of, or however, it's enough where it makes a difference, right? These things are fine-tuned machines, and just a different spring can make the difference in if you get failure to eject issues. But let's say this is a threaded barrel and it stuck out an extra half inch, and so then I was able to put a suppressor on it, right? When you have all that extra weight in the front, what it's doing is it's wanting to push this back up, right? It's wanting to pull, and that extra bit of upward energy that's pushing this up is making it so that the gases from the bullet aren't enough to overcome that weight that's pushing down and pushing this up. And so every shot the dude takes was, he was having to then manually clear it. He was shooting dude again, right? So my personal theory is dude was just a disgruntled dude who had somebody in his family or himself was injured and filed a claim, was denied. The person wrote depose, deny, defend on the spent casings that were, he obviously meant to leave at the scene. Now, he didn't mean to eject them by hand, but he had every intention of every shot he made. They were being, thrown out onto the sidewalk. He knew investigators would find them. And so what he was trying to say was that depose, deny, defend. There's actually a book that's written, and in that book it says, it's called Delay, Deny, Defend. And it says why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it. And on Amazon, if you look that book up, it says an expose on insurance injustice and a plan for consumers and lawmakers to fight it. Over the last 2 decades, insurance has become less of a safety net and more of a spider's web, sticky and complicated, designed to ensnare as much as to aid. Insurance companies now often try to delay payment of justified claims, delay payment altogether, and defend these actions by forcing claimants to enter litigation. Jay Feynman, a legal scholar and insurance expert, explains how these trends developed, how the government ought to fix the system, and what the rest of us can do to protect ourselves. He shows that the denial of valid claims is not occasional or accidental or the fault of a few bad employees. It's a result of an increasing and systemic focus on maximizing profits by major companies such as Allstate and State Farm, citing dozens of stories, blah, 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 right? So this is dude who was the CEO of the company that denied the most medical claims. And he was killed. And on those bullets, it said depose, deny, and defend. Not exactly delay, deny, and defend. But if you look up the word depose, what it says is, interestingly enough, it's a verb. It says remove from office suddenly and forcefully is the definition. To overthrow, overturn, topple, bring down, or remove from office. So think about that, right? If you're looking at the legal definition, it's to testify or to give evidence and on oath, typically in a written statement. Every affidavit shall state which of the facts deposed to are within the respondent's knowledge. So you have two definitions, one, and both absolutely apply to this dude. To remove one from office, and then the legal litigation that this dude's been caught up in for denying claims using AI programs that get it wrong 90% of the time, and he knew about it. I don't know, man. If I was doing that and making $10.2 million a year, I would have security for sure. But I'm not I wouldn't do that, right? I would rather take $200,000 a year and not bend people over and deny their claims and watch people lose their life savings and their house and become homeless because they had to pay for a brain tumor surgery. Some brain surgeon has to go in and operates, and so dude died, and I guess when you look at all the facts, it's just not surprising. He works for a company that denies the most claims. 1 in 3 he denies. He has employed an AI approval or denial process that's wrong 90% of the time. And the shell casings that were left on the sidewalk were left by a guy who didn't seem to understand how his gun worked. Otherwise, why would you go kill somebody with a gun that you were having to fuck with? Right? We know that if it was a professional hitman, he would have been trained. He would know how his gun worked. He would have the thing fine-tuned. He would just, he would just pull up to the scene. He would screw the thing on. We've all seen the movies. He'd screw the thing on. Homeboy walks out of the thing. He'd walk up and shoot him. Maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times. Maybe empty the whole magazine. Maybe put 21 in the dude. And then put it away and leave. And he wouldn't be sitting there going, ting, every time. He shoots dude, and then he's like, so it's every time. Anyway, it's I guess it's just not surprising, right? I mean, it's tragic, and the dude had a family, and dude was my age. I think I had dude by a couple years. But dude, I'll tell you what, at my age, last thing I'm doing is making enemies and having to look over my shoulder. Fuck that. Yeah, you crazy if you think that's how I'm living. That's how I live. That was like my 20s, maybe some into my 30s, where you just constantly had beefs and we get into fights and stuff. But at this age, dude, no way. And here's the thing: the guy makes $10.23 million a year, and he pays $8. My God, it's like, come on, man. Anyway, so that's it. Dude's dead. It's not a surprise. Dude's not a professional hitman, and that's not a surprise, right? If he was, he would have a gun that didn't need to be manually operated to get casings to come out so we could shoot him again, right? So that's that. This is a gun and gear review channel, and a review channel where we go out to the range and we test stuff. I will be, I think have I discussed the pants? I don't know why I'm asking, but I got a pair of, if I haven't said it, I got a pair of Cry Precision D4s. Yeah, I think I did cover this. They'll be in the mail tomorrow, so I'll be able to do a review on those. Internal knee pads, ultra lightweight, very tough, lightweight, tough, pretty expensive too. But I got them for a steal. Yeah, I did tell you this. So I'll be going over those tomorrow. This weekend, it's Thursday, I'm going to be going out shooting. So we'll be doing shooting some suppressed rounds. And I'll be shooting both my baby. I'll be shooting this guy. Right. The Spear Light 5.56, suppressed with a Surefire SB2, and yeah. So we'll be doing a range trip this weekend that you can look forward to. Other than that, I'm going to be starting an audio book reading tonight. Reading the book, I have not read it other than the prologue. It looks very interesting, and you guys can watch it at playback speed of 2 times, right? So you can watch it in half the time that it takes me to record it, and I'll try to read it fast. So on your way to work, on your way to the gym, while you're at the gym doing cardio, whatever, you can throw it on and you can listen to a dude who is, in Trump's Defense Department talking about the deep state, what it is, who the players are, his involvement. He was the one who discovered Russiagate was a hoax. I mean, I knew it the whole time, but he was the one that actually found the proof. And he's the one that's going to be releasing the Epstein shit. He's going to be doing the shit that, like, Christopher Wray's been, they're always blaming him for, like, hiding the Hunter Biden email story before the last election. And so, like, I guess that would be considered, like, the greatest attempt to influence an American election in American history. So, anyway, I'm going to be starting to read that book and try to do, like, hour reads and try to get that book done in maybe, like, 4 or 5 videos. It's a little over 300 pages. But who knows? I could maybe start reading and get it done in 100 pages a day. Who knows? So I think that's it. Talking about the pants tomorrow, going shooting this weekend. Talked about the murder in New York. Talked about why we think it's happening. Talked about why the dude isn't a hitman. The obvious reason being his gun didn't cycle and eject the spent casings without needing to be manually manipulated to do that. And that's it. I have not been using scripts on these, obviously, as you can tell. That's why they're a little bit like scattered. And I've realized that I don't look at the camera nearly enough. It constantly looks like I'm reading something. I'm not. I'm just zoning out on. It's kind of weird to make videos because you're talking to yourself essentially. But I just get lost while looking at wood grain and sort of just stream of consciousness thoughts. And like I said, you're not going to see all these different edited jumps in my videos. They're just going to be 100% straight through. And if you enjoy that, cool, I appreciate it. And if not, then you need to learn how to appreciate it because, no, I'm just kidding. So that's it. And I will be posting this video and then filming my next video and posting that tonight, or maybe even releasing that in the morning. But that's it. And I appreciate you sticking around. And for anybody who's been watching these, I really appreciate it. I was told that nobody was watching a video today that Mr. Beast made that said that your first few videos nobody will watch. Literally zero views. And somebody out there's like a core people, like 20 or 25 people that's keep watching these. So I'm just going to keep making them. And as long as a couple people are watching these, I'm assuming that they're enjoying them. I mean, maybe they just turn them on and then forget that they're on. And that's happened 20 times each video. But anybody who's... Oh, I was talking about giveaways, right? I have here's a giveaway plan, and then I'm going to end this video. I have a slide, a $350 slide, just like the slides that were on the pistol, the top of the pistol, that slides back. I have a slide by Gray Ghost Precision. It's a Glock 17 sized long slide, so fits a Glock 17 Gen 5 barrel, which is a 4.5 inch barrel, right? So if you have a 4.5 inch when it's unthreaded, or if it's threaded, it's 5 inch. If you have one of those barrels, then it will fit in this slide. And this is a great chance for anybody who wants to start a Gucci Glock project to start with this slide, because the slide, like I said, it's no longer available, but it's with I think it's like $700 with the barrel. So, take the barrel away from it, and it's about $375. So I'm going to be giving that away to the first person who can get 10 of their homies to subscribe to the channel. And then all they have to do after they've subscribed to that channel is tell each one, say, hey, homie, subscribe to this dude's channel, and then go in the comments and say, I subscribed because so-and-so referred me. And the first dude who gets 10 of those, I'm going to give this slide to. Give me a P.O. box or a home address and shit. I'll go down to the post office tomorrow morning. I'll dump it in a box. I'll show it to you. I'll dump it in a box, and I will send it off. And this is the distressed pattern. It's a sick slide. Never been used. It's the Gray Ghost. battle, whatever it is, GP right there. There he goes. So this is the first giveaway. First person who can get me 10 subscribers. And that's it. And if there's a couple people, if someone comes in like second place or like they get me 10 subscribers, then I'll find something cool for you, right? First person will get that, or maybe you guys could switch around. I'll give maybe like a Scalar Works mount for a Trigicon MRO HD or a Aimpoint Comp M5 Scalar Works mount. Both are with 150. So I'll do that. So if you get me 10 and you're the first person, you can have your choice of either one, and then the second person that gets me 10 can have whatever's left over. Right? Okay. That's it. You guys, thanks for watching, man. Take care.